Hello all, my name is Krishnak and welcome to my vlogging channel. So guys, today in this particular video we are going to discuss the difference between working in startup versus working in MNCs. Now we'll try to understand which will be better, advantages with respect to your career growth, with respect to money and many things. This particular question was asked by one of my subscribers, so I thought of making this specific video. Again, this is just a data science general Q&A video, so please make sure that you watch this video till the end. So let's go ahead, guys. First of all, I'll go and start with startup. According to my experience, guys, I've seen many of my friends. When I passed out from my college, I actually joined a MNC, and there were some of my friends who joined startup, But after a couple of years, when that specific friend profile I saw, it was pretty much amazing. Okay. Yes, I'll talk both about the advantages and disadvantages, guys. Just please make sure that you watch this video till the end. I'm sharing you a real-time experience, okay? So after 2 years, probably I had just worked in a single project. I was in the support in my first company, and that company was an MNC. Whereas my friend, he started in a startup. He really worked hard. So this is the first thing, guys. If you're planning to join startup, you really need to work over there. You'll be getting more and more tasks, and it is not like you'll be only having one specific role. You may be working in this part of this particular project. You may also be working in the other part of this particular project, So overall development with respect to this IT software development or whichever company you're actually working in, let it be a data science startup, let it be probably you're working as an UI developer, UI UX designer, anything. If you're working in startup, they actually make you really work hard because as you know that you will be actually doing the work of at least 2 to 3 employees, right? So this is in startup, and because of this, the friend of mine, after 2 years, he was able to do the work of an architect also, just after 2 years of experience. And where was I? I was just still learning how does a project look like, right? So this is the basic advantage with respect to startup. But since he has worked for that 2 years, guys, he toiled really hard. He used to work for at least 11 to 12 hours daily, okay, initially when he was actually getting perfect, right? So this is the one thing regarding startup, guys. And if I talk about some of the disadvantage, startup is sometimes not stable, but nowadays they are well-funded startup. That is what I have actually seen. With respect to startup, guys, your growth exponentially will be very high. You will be getting better package because over there you need not wait for the complete year, for the hike, So if you're deserving, if you're requesting the people, definitely you'll be able to get good hikes. I've seen many of my friends who used to take hike after every 3 to 4 months, right, with respect to startup. And yes, amount of knowledge that you will be gaining in a startup, it is pretty much huge. Only one disadvantage, guys, which usually does not happen right now, that is with respect to stability. Stable, that basically means your job is stable or not. If the startup is not working well, if the startup is not able to make business, they'll definitely fire you. Because again, as a small company, the number of employees will be less. Unless and until it is not funded well, then that can be a problem, right? Now coming to the MNC part, guys, obviously everybody knows in MNCs, if I talk about big MNCs like service-based companies and all, there you have most of the service-based project. It is not like learning will be bad, guys. It completely depends on the project, okay? Again, talking about my first company, I was put up into a support project, whereas one of my friend were actually put into a project which they were developing from scratch. So usually the project development is usually slow in MNCs. They usually take slow time. The project that was developed from the scratch, yes, you will be able to learn, but with respect to the speed of learning when compared to the startup, it will be very less. But I'm definitely not saying that you will not learn. You will definitely learn if you are put into a support projects, probably your learning will be very slow. That is the reason why I made my first switch, and probably I went to the second company. In the second company, I started working in projects from scratch. When you're working in projects from scratch, guys, you usually get a lot of experience because you understand the entire project architecture, how it was built completely from scratch. You understand the life cycle of the entire project itself, guys. That is very much important. Very good advantages with respect to MNCs, guys. It is quite stable. Okay, you will not get fired unless and until it is, it is at the lowest possible thing, you are not able to perform, then only you will probably get fired. Other than that, I don't think so you will be having a chance to get fired with respect to MNCs. So guys, one last thing that I really want to tell you about in this specific video is that whether you should actually start your career in a startup or MNCs, it depends, guys. If your MNC is some amazing companies like Amazon, Google, definitely, or any product based companies, I would suggest go with those kind of MNCs. But if you have an option between a service based MNC and a startup, definitely go with the startup, guys, because from there, just in a couple of years, you'll be able to learn so much of things. Not only that, guys, within a couple of years, you will be able to also get a very good package, right? So I hope you like this particular video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you, one doll. Bye bye.